Hey everybody, this is Zach from the Zach Hunt Games. We will be starting together on a journey with the Total War Attila campaign. I'm going to be doing a grand campaign, and I've been thinking about it. I've seen a lot of the Barbarian Kingdom playthroughs, especially with the Saxons. I've seen the Romans attempt it, I've seen the Huns. But what I want to do, I actually wanted to take a nation that wasn't featured. I haven't seen it. Could be that I just haven't looked hard enough, but I haven't found any walkthroughs or gameplays of them. And I'm actually going to do it with the Garamantians. I think they're just awesome. The Garamantians, Northern African Desert Kingdom, starting here in Karama. They are definitely a power to be reckoned with. I've just loved them. I've played them before in the past. I haven't played Total War in actually a very long time, so I'm getting back into it. Wanted to share, so I'll share some of my knowledge as we go along. My idea is to build this, take over Africa, and maybe work into Europe. But the first primary goal is to capture and conquer all of the African territories. So let's see, who exactly are these Garamantians? So we have a faction leader, Akinadad. The religion is Semitic paganism. Alright, so the Garamantians have lived in North Africa for over 1,000 years, and though civilizations rise and fall, they remain indomitable and strong. Since the rise of the Roman Empire, Garamantian raids across its territory have brought swift retribution, with border forts springing up throughout the 3rd century AD to repel incursions. Yet Roman-Garamantian relations were not always acrimonious. Both nations had resources others needed, and so the Romans, ever pragmatic, allowed mutually beneficial trade agreements to be reached. Now, however, the Garamantians occupy a unique position. From the North African strongholds, they can attack the now troubled Romans forging their own path in the west, or strike out into the seas and explore the unknown. The world is changing, yet the Garamantians are poised to seize greatness no matter what. So we're going to build on that. We will be going after the Romans, but not right away. We're going to work maintaining that trade. And once we get into the actual gameplay, I'm going to explain more of the strategy that I'm going to be going after. But let's look at the cultural trait. So it's desert kingdoms. When only the hardiest of men survive here, it takes a special breed to thrive and prosper. So we have Sun-Scorched, which is +2 sanitation to all regions. Attrition, immune to desert attrition, which is great for taking out army lands in the desert. We're just going to be able to traverse this desert without any attrition, which is going to be great for maintaining our soldiers' upkeep. Scourge of the Desert +15 melee attack during desert battles, so if we ever get caught in the middle of the desert, that's going to be great. The one thing that we are going to have trouble with, and it is going to be a little destabilizing in our cities, is this fractured faiths. Increased public order penalty for religious differences between new religions. So as we're going to see when we get in, there's going to be multiple religions within our cities, and we're going to have to try to overcome it with, we'll see, with other city bonuses, with our governor. Maybe we can help. So we'll see how we can counter that religious differences decrease to our public order. Faction trait, desert power. Whoever drinks of the water that will give him shall never thirst. That's true. Alright. Irrigation, +1 fertility bonus in all provinces. We have -50% conversion time of the main building chain, which that's actually very nice. Morale, +15 in own or allied territory, which is also great. So we're going to do this on very hard. I don't know if I'm an experienced player or not, but we'll see. Start year is 385 AD, and the initial challenge is easy, which I prefer to have a more challenging start. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make it more challenging by maybe taking on some challenges that we maybe shouldn't be taking on. So let's get started. So I'm just going to explain some of the challenges that I want to take upon. Is what we're going to try to do is take out some of the other African tribes early on, and pretty much just remain in Africa, just us as far as African tribes go, and the Romans. And hopefully we'll be able to, then once we take out all the tribes, we'll have enough territory and we'll gain enough power to take on the Romans. So yes, I'm just going to let you know, with any cutscenes I'm not going to be speaking. We're going to enjoy it to the fullest, and I won't be cutting them short at all. We're going to be watching them. So here we go. Let's enjoy. It's about to start.
We Garamantians have lived and thrived in the north of Africa for many years. Yet though we are strong, there are those who would threaten our hard-won security. Centuries ago, Rome came to our doorstep, displacing our neighbors and snapping at our heels. Though we have exchanged some pleasantries since then, they nevertheless exist where they should not. However, their control is wavering. To the north, the Huns and barbarians demand their attention, which leaves their African holdings vulnerable. We could make great gains here and reclaim the coast. Yet be aware, we are not the only African people who would gain from conquering imperial territory. We must be quick and decisive in conquering these lands. The Garamantian claim is strong, and our will even stronger. Beyond Rome is the world, and should the Garamantians not aspire to such greatness, go forth in our name and seize glory.
Awesome. So he basically pointed out what we're going to be focusing on. So mission issued, Chapter 1 preparation. They made ready for war. Objective survive until the following day, the spring of 400. New bonus objectives have been added. So reward for surviving will get us 2,000 gold to our treasury. Alright, so he mentioned and pointed out there's these other African tribes that are actually over here in this gray. But we're not going to be focusing on them. There's actually going to be yeah, these guys, the Gatulians, I think we could call them. So we're actually going to focus on them because they have diamonds, gems that we actually want to help increase our financial gains. And we're also, I'll look here at the diplomacy. If you're looking at the diplomacy, the Gatulians, they're not yet, but they might be going to war with the Romans if I'm not mistaken, and I actually want to stay on pretty decent terms with the Romans for now. I'm neutral with them, but hopefully I'll be able to stay on pretty decent terms. So one of the first things I want to do, I'm going to look
Influence
at
is gained through personal accolades such as governorship.
we don't need to listen to that. So what I like to normally do is I'm going to be picking a governor, and I want to look through, maybe he's a statesman, so I'm going to look through everybody's traits here. He has a personal influence, +1 per situation. That's, it's not such a good trait as a governor. Let's look at this guy. He has +1 replenishment for forces. That's more for a commander, I would think. He has +2 integrity. That's okay, but let's see this last one. He has +10% wealth from cultural buildings. So a lot of our buildings are going to be cultural, actually. So I think I'm going to promote him to this, and I want to make him the governor of the Sahara. And I'll put him up because he's my heir. So I actually want to try to see if I can raise him up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to upgrade this.
At your command.
And -4. Do you have? You don't. Alright, so what I like to do in the beginning, because they're so crucial, is getting an onager, but I don't have enough money for it yet. I'll have to get it next round. Yeah, I'll get it next round. These guys will help though. Alright, research. So with technology and research, I generally like to go back and forth. But since I want to make sure that I can maintain a good civilization that's strong, I'm going to actually be starting into the civic tree, and I'll be bumping kind of back and forth throughout, but we'll see, depending also on the situation, how it goes. To be honest, that's actually going to be a short few first rounds here. I have to set up my governor's thing, that's right. So yeah, like I said, we can see here all the religions. There's 4 different religions here, and they're going up and down and fluctuating. And the Semitic paganism is my religion, but it's going down so much. Religious influence plus 1 state religion per region in province. Yeah, I might do that, but minus. So this kind of does the opposite. This just makes it even worse, but it's going to give me more wealth. Let's see, how much is that actually affecting the religious differences? It's -4. That's actually a pretty big drop. So I wonder, research sanitation. But the sanitation, I want to have clean because I don't have anything right now that's going to help with sanitation. And in fact, it's just going to get worse. Like squalor is what causes bad sanitation. So like as I start building these, it's just going to decrease my sanitation in the cities. Yeah, like this just decreases it. That's going to decrease it, and I don't have enough growth actually to expand these, so I'm going to want to take care of that sanitation just to make sure I have clean cities. Yeah, so these rounds go pretty quickly in the beginning. There's not too much going on. This is why it's an easy start, because no one's attacking you yet. You don't have any enemies right on your doorstep. Like the Romans, obviously they have all their tribes, the barbarians and the migrators and the Huns, all going after their territories in Europe. So yeah, see, that was very quick. Let's see, power respectable. When one is climbing the greasy pole, there is but one rule: hunt or be hunted. Your candidate has been blocked from office by your opponents. What will I do? So I could do -15 influence from Attila. That's him. He has 52 influence. That's actually a lot. And if I forget, I'm going to lose control. And I don't want to lose 4% control. It's not a lot, but I don't want to lose it because I only have 60% control. So I'd rather decree it and get him into the office. So yeah, so this is -5. There we go. Okay, so now it's at -4. Alright, so now I'm going to get that onager that I was talking about, because this is just hugely beneficial. Can I get any of these? I can't get anything yet. I know what I want to do. I think what I want to do, can I hire an agent already? Yeah. So what I'm going to do, authority, infiltrator. That's actually going to be the most beneficial as a spy, I think. Yeah, because I don't... Yeah, I'm going to do that.
I am no one.
And I can't move him. You have to wait till next turn after you recruit him. And a lot of times I build up a second army with
Loyalty is
another
a
general,
of a character's devotion
but I don't
to
have
the
another
ruling
general
party of
actually,
his faction.
and he's not doing anything.
It can be increased through political actions, as well as character skills, positive traits.
I might start an army with him, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Because and again, nobody's attacking me yet. I'm not attacking just yet. I want to send out my spy, and I'm gonna move Kinadad to Cydamus, and then he's gonna push into the Gaetulians. Gaetulian, I don't know, Gaetulians, maybe Gaetulian. I like saying Gaetulians. It sounds right to me. Yeah, so it's almost our turn again already. It's pretty much just the Romans take a few extra seconds and then we're ready to go. Alright, so let's see. Maybe I want to spears. Maybe I want some extra horsemen actually. Let's see. Let's look at light military melee cavalry. Excellent capture power, excellent against cavalry. Oh, that's good. Do we have... Oh, we have desert raiders are excellent against them. Melee cavalry, poor armor, excellent against cavalry, high health. Excellent charging bonus. Charging bonus is nice, but I have some camels already. I'm gonna get you. And I need some more archers. Okay, perfect. Great. So now we can do another research. I'm gonna keep going with... Yeah, I'm gonna go with that for food, because food's gonna help. So now I have this army is full. I'm gonna bring them over here. Can I push forward into the city? No, so that doesn't even matter. Alright, so let's bring you. You're gonna come over here, and we're going to investigate and see what's going on over here. And wow, they're not happy at all in this city. So
Can I assist you further?
yeah, so we're gonna be going over here.
As you command.
I'm actually debating. I have the money. Do I need to build anything right away? I'm not able to build anything right away, am I? But do I want the upkeep? I'm gonna raise an army with my son. He's a political animal. Okay, raise an army, political animal, and you're gonna sit actually in the city, and you're gonna get some some spearmen to start, and yeah, and get you some horses and camels. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, end the turn. And I did that because I always like to have 2 armies at minimum. Just because in the beginning, you never know when you're going to need them. There could be rebellions that pop up later. Especially with this religious difference. It's a nightmare because it's always going to be -4 in my cities. And I can't really counter it so well. Because I'm not able to yet build any temples or any religious structures to just boost up the religion in my provinces. But once I'm able to do that, it'll balance out. But for now, it's just going to keep going down gradually. I can't counter it. But maybe once I start getting some wins and victories, and I'll gain more territory, hopefully they'll actually be more pleased with me and be fine. So I'm just going to push it a little bit further. Alright, so I actually want you to go this way because I don't... Alright, so he has one guy here. Does he have any others? Just the... No, see, that's Roman. I don't even know if he has... No, that's also Roman. Okay, so it looks like he's just focused here. And he has 16 plus his city's reinforcements. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, again, end the turn here. And I'm going to send in next turn, I'm going to be sending in my agent to hinder his army. It's not really going to do much because his army's not moving anywhere. They're not going to ride out to meet me. But it is going to, hopefully, if he succeeds, it'll upgrade him to 2 stars. And he'll be able to get more traits. And I think they get something with like corrupting the city or something, which will help. And it might be that I might not need to use it on Demidi, but it'll be useful in the future. I always like having an agent that's upgraded and can attack both armies and cities. Alright, great. So it's my turn again. Let's bring you back down here. Oh, and they had a rebellion, it looks like. That's actually great. Let's see if the Gaetulians are still around. They are. They're here. I don't even think they have a city or anything. Just these African separatists, and that's all. That's the only place they are. So they're only here. So I'm not gonna push all the way. I'm just gonna go to here.
Advance. I am no one.
And can I hinder the army with... Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Just it costs money, but it's worth it. It was a failure. Alright, so he failed. Unusually disappointing. Our agent and assistant has failed in his assigned duty, but he didn't get killed. Sometimes they get killed, which is actually an issue. Okay, so this is actually perfect, because what happened was the Catulians had a rebellion, these African separatists, and they actually took their city. They took back the city from the Catulians. They kicked them out, and that actually left them pretty beaten and forced out the Catulians. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be coming in here and taking out the Midi, and if there's any more Catulian armies left out here, I think they're at war with Rome, if I'm not mistaken already. Yeah, Western Rome declared war against them, so they might not have anything left really to fight, which is what I'm going for, because I want, like I said, I want to just capture Africa. So it's going to start with these Sahara provinces. I'm going to become the king of the Sahara, actually, after the next round or two. So that's my goal. I'm gonna, yeah. So like I said, it's going down now by 7. It's mainly because of that religious difference. I just kind of need to keep building up the civic technology tree to allow myself to build these religion increasing structures. I forget, like temples or shrines, I think they are, actually, if you're a pagan. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm not sure how much time I have left now. Yeah, so I'm kind of debating, actually. Maybe you guys can give me some feedback in the comments below. How long would you prefer each chapter, I guess, to be? Would you prefer a 30-minute, 40, an hour? Whatever you guys decide. You let me know. Whatever I see is the most common desire is what we'll go with. Because again, I want this channel to be based, for you guys to enjoy. And he failed again. This agent is just, even though he has that minus 5% detection, he's getting detected like crazy. But he is able to upgrade. So yeah, in the comments below, just let me know how long you want each chapter to be. If you have any suggestions, or if you want me to go after a certain region, specifically a certain nation, at some point. You'll let me know down in the comments below. That'd be great. I'm really looking forward to you guys' feedback. So here, let's look and see what the upgrades you can. You can investigate a corruption in my own province. That's okay. Here, exploit the corruption. Yeah, this is in the foreign settlement. Corruption, and I can get corruption. But let's see, maybe these ones will help. Minus 10% chance of being detected. Minus 20% of being detected. That's great. That's actually a big bonus. So I can get up to minus 30% chance of being detected overall, which is going to be massive. So, alright, we're ready to attack now. Let's declare war. They don't have any allies to call in. I don't either. We're going to do it. And let's see what the numbers are like. 493 against 1710. If there's small battles like this, I'm just gonna auto-resolve them. But if they're gonna be, cutting them close, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be fighting them out if their close numbers are just too crucial of a thing. Yeah, so can we just slaughter them all? Am I gonna loot and occupy? This gives me a 2% unit replenishment. I didn't lose too many units. This gives minus 10 but minus 20. But I could use the money, so I'm gonna loot it and take it, because what type of raider doesn't loot after he conquers a new town? So we're gonna get this new public order. I'm not a governor. I increase movement range. Alright, so this commander-in-chief, a leader of men, a defeater of enemies, the right man for the job. So this gives me a campaign movement range of plus 20% for command forces. That's really good for traversing through the desert and getting from point to point. So I'm actually going to get it. This can increase my capacity. That's cool. But I think next time he upgrades, I'm gonna get a second point in this public order. Because whenever I'm in a province, I believe that's going to help my public order. Whenever I'm like in the city, so like if you notice here, I'll use this as an example. Right now it's at -42. If he steps out, it's now at 47. So he increases the public, the province stability of it by with the public order by 5. So if he also now he increases it. So when I get it up, it's gonna go up by 2. So not by much, but it's gonna help with these cities that I conquer to just allow me to maintain the order there more quickly and efficiently. So yeah, so I destroyed these buildings. I probably, if I would have done it on my own, I probably would have tried to do as minimal damage to buildings as possible. But again, it's such a small and disproportionate amount of people there, soldiers, that it just wasn't worth it to play it out for everybody's sake. So I do need to be careful because this is going down by -42 because of that conquering. And I think once it gets to like, maybe it is a -100, they start rebellions. But oh sweet, he can get, so it's gonna increase my wealth and public order. Okay, cool. Yeah, so see, that even brought down the public order even more because he's my governor. So if he has good public order, it's gonna help overall. This faction is no more. Of course, I defeated them, which is great. Yeah, so actually what I'm gonna do, once this ends, and it's back to my turn, I'm actually gonna end this chapter here. It's gonna be my first chapter of conquering the Sahara. The king is back in the Sahara, so yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, I think maybe I'll try to base my chapters with set goals. So this is my goal, to get back to the Sahara, and I got it. And we'll be continuing next time. So I'm just going to show you what we're going to do next time. Yeah, great. So now it's just -11, because that was just because of conquering the city. It brought it down. So the Gaetulians are still around, actually. They defeated this Roman city, and this is where they're based out of. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my agent actually over. And they're actually attacking here. So I haven't been to war yet with them, but I'm actually going to keep my agent here to just kind of, let's keep him in the trees, keep him hidden. He's going to watch and see what the outcome of this battle is going to be. And it looks like the Gaetulians are going to win. And if they do, that's great, because I can send, and I think he's in range. Yeah, he's in range. He can already attack this city. So once the Gaetulians, they're hopefully going to have some casualties in this battle, but they're hopefully going to capture it. And if they do, I'm just going to come in there, I'm just going to clean it right up and take it, because that actually, I believe, yeah, okay, it's all the way over there though. So yeah, once I take it, and I'm just going to slowly take these regions here, and I don't want to attack Rome directly, not yet. Because if I attack them too early, they're likely to send down forces from Europe, yeah, from Europe and the European regions, and just come down and decimate me, which I'm not ready yet for a Roman assault, but soon we'll go after them. So what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, so the reason I'm keeping also this army here in Sidamus instead of in the capital is, again, I'm not being attacked by anybody, so I don't need the additional forces in Sidamus. But Sidamus isn't a walled city, it's just a city. It's a town. What do they have here? A village. So they need, actually, they don't have very many of their own reinforcements. You know, they have a couple horses, spearmen, and swords. Tribesmen. So that's not a lot. So having this little extra boost with the general and his little army here is actually useful, because in Garama, which is the capital, they have walls, and they have 2 bastion onagers, and they have their own soldiers here, and they have a desert chieftain. Yeah, that's cool. Like, this is where my governor is sitting. This is where he resides. So they're pretty well defended if I were to be attacked. So yeah, so this is going to be the end of this chapter of everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification for when I upload new videos, because I'm going to be trying to put new videos out, hopefully new videos 2 or 3 times a week. So yeah, probably 2 or 3 times a week. So I mean, I'm hoping you guys will enjoy this as much as I am. I've always loved watching YouTubers do playthroughs of their actual gameplay, and they give different hints and different tips and strategies, and I hope to also provide for you guys that as well. And be sure to leave again in the comments below about duration of each chapter. If you would prefer it to be 30 minutes, we can definitely gear towards 30 minutes. If you don't mind an hour, I don't know if I can always reach an hour. I have other things to do. Obviously, this isn't a full-time thing. This is more of a hobby, but we can always push for an hour as well. And we're definitely going to try to theme each chapter. So like this one here was taking back the Sahara, which we definitely took back the Sahara Desert. It is now Garamantian territory. So anyways, thanks again, folks. Again, I'm Zach. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification for future videos. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next time.